Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Abdallah and I am a software developer, and today actually I am building a very quick, dirty, ugly prototype for an internal project. So at the office we use Excel sheet to track some stuff, like for example office attendance, and using a tool like Ruby on Rails, which is usually used for rapid application development. I'm trying to build the same requirements, with the same thing that we have on the Excel sheet, but using this application. So to do that, I've barely done any planning at all, because I think if I do too much planning, in fact, if I start planning it, I get stuck by paralysis by analysis. So it soon becomes overwhelming, and so I have already a lot of work and then life outside. So one trick that I find super interesting though is what is called the next action. I actually learned it from next action. I think it's from the book Personal MBA. What is the next action? A next action is the next specific concrete thing you can do to move a project forward. You don't have to know everything to move forward. Just the next step to keep yourself from being overwhelmed. So that is it for today. I think I'm going to be recording more about this application. Of course, my main aim is to build a very quick and dirty prototype, even a throwaway prototype, and show this to my colleagues. If I achieve at least a degree of functionality, and then I will try to record as much as possible and show you the steps I use to achieve that. So basically this is it. Very ugly. And so here we have a list of users, and the home itself, and then the positions. So the position is basically, you can have like HR, and you can have new position, so HR, QA, you can have Dave. Yes, so basically this is it. Back. So right now there is nothing, and for me the next action is to I also need to add a new flag. Of course, this kinds of information we will see it only for admin, like you saw it is admin, and maybe I will also add is active. So let's just get, so this is the code base, simple Ruby on Rails. Today the next action will be first adding the, let me just plus it. So it will be to add the let's see, is active, so I need to do a migration. And to do that, there are so many ways to do that. Actually, I just need to create the migration. But first, let me just try to correct this. Where is it? The index should be the index. Quickly presents the navbar. So right now I'm using, like you can see, I'm using. Maybe you don't know it. I'm actually using Tailwind CSS, even though I'm not super at ease with it. I've rarely used it before, but we are going to use it little by little, and for me this can be a good also test or experimentation to see if Tailwind is a good tool, as people say. Okay, so my aim for today is just to build a proper navigation bar. So Tailwind CSS. I have no idea how to do it right now, and I could use Bard or ChatGPT to do this for me, but let's see how it works. So all of that, I think, what I do know is that I'm not sure how to do it. What I was trying, the navbar. Does this work, or is this something, because what I heard is what Tailwind UI is another project in itself that you need to buy or pay, so it doesn't matter. Let's just go in CSS navbar. I would otherwise have used. Yeah, it's a bit too simple. Yeah, otherwise I would have used Bootstrap, just copy and paste. This one looks quite interesting. Responsive tabs as well, active builds, stretch. Okay, justified. Yeah. So for me, I think the second one is good enough. It's a lot of code. Doesn't matter. Okay, let's come here and just basically paste it. So I will hide this for the moment. And wow, that looks quite interesting. Obviously, right now, like you can see, we don't have really a color palette. I just put some stuff together, and eventually I will play with the palette once I understand how to do it. And this is going to go smoothly, like one step at a time. So menu, let's just company here, and then later maybe I will change it. BG, so I don't have Tailwind yet. Yeah, I need to install TailwindCSS. Is it the IntelliSense? Is it docs? Is it snippets? I don't know. Maybe should I just simply do this? But in my professional projects, I actually don't use Tailwind. Let's see if it works. Yeah, it works. As you can see here. Okay, let's continue with this small adventure. Company here, TailwindCSS. So first and foremost, wait, and let me just do something. Just get the previous one here and just screen 2. Wait, this is because this is ERB. Yeah, so this is ERB code, and it doesn't seem to work here because okay, I have to do that. I just need to just do it the ugly way. And company name here, so since this is I'm doing an internal project, maybe I will use name Planik Mauritius. So here is the interesting part. We just need to replace these docs by this this part. So I'm not sure how to do it. Let's see. There is no wrong answers here. If I've used Bootstrap a lot of time before, and I think this, yeah, I understand how it works better, and it's something I've done a lot of times before. So just going to be fast, very fast. So I think it's not going to be because this is already a link. You just need to come here, grab here, and I will put his link too. So I don't have the documentation here. I wish I had it though. If I've used RubyMine, I would have it. Let's see how it works. I can delete this previous version and just go on the website. Normally it should give something quite different. Wow, it's horrendous. Does it really work? We have the logo. I'm not sure how it should work here. Of the company here, then yeah, I think we are breaking something down the line. Okay, this one, yeah. So let's just copy paste it. So the first principle here is whenever you're referring to the documentation, you just want to copy paste it exactly like it is and make it appear. Aha. Haha. Okay, link to I know how it works. I already know how it's called. So let's just do the dashboard. It was dashboard. Then just do the users, and then just do the settings. No, it's not the settings. But yeah, settings will be, because I'm building an information systems. Yeah, I should be actually referring to that settings position. So yeah, you can put settings, but I don't have a screen. Let's put it positions before, but eventually what I will do is that I will, we don't need download. So clearly it's not working as expected. Now I feel a bit already overwhelmed with the CSS. I'm a full stack developer, but I don't do CSS all the time. Application.html. Yeah. So maybe this, how does it work? And for the front I actually use what this? It's so difficult to do a nav bar. So we are using Flex here and it just properly don't work. It's no problem though. Let's try a simpler version just to make it work. Yes. Call this the MI system. And then eventually we change it. There is absolutely no issue to that. Let's also add just a quick a few seconds. Let's just add RoR 6. So it's a project in RoR 6. Add property to column. Add property to column. Column to table. Add a column to an existing table, so it's basically a migration. Very easy to do, and just very fine. So ideally you want to check it in the official documentation, but sometimes we are very lazy. I'm just doing here. Res generate and just G migration, and then you say add is active to users. Is active boolean. Should it work? Let's see. Let's just see if if it's working. So add class is active. So here's Robocup. Don't care. Add column users. So I'm basically adding this field to this column, which is boolean. And no, it should actually be default. Add default false. So I'm using Copilot, but to be honest, Copilot is not really what I expected it to be. It's actually a nice tool to use for repetition, or yeah, you see how it works. It's a very good tool to use for repetition. What did I use to? But it's sometimes very erratic. Okay, so right now when you create a user, it will be false by default. So let's just keep it here, but it's very easy to change. You just saw we just written a command and it generated it for us. So yeah, for Copilot, for me, simply saying is that for repetitive work, it's very good. For one-off stuff, it's good. But overall, I think it just gets in the way too much. Okay, let's continue to that. Let's continue with this interaction. We just need to run it, so we just need to res bin res db migrate. So I'm just going to run it. It's done. We now have this value here. And if you want to test it, you just go here and we see you have a new one. It won't appear because I just added it in the database, but I didn't add it in the views, but it's no problem at all. The views index, and we just need to reference it here. Is active. I've forgotten if RoR can update it for you. No, I think it's just a question of migration. Right now I don't really remember how it works. It's active. I think it's something like that. I'm not even sure myself. Yeah. So yeah. Users are the form. So for the form we have something the same. Just copy paste it. fill check is active. Voila, very good. User form is active. So I think there is, I'm not remembering, but I think there is another way to do it. So the edit button, the index. So this is if you want to return the data as JSON rather than HTML. This is how you do it. Yeah, we show it is admin. We just copy paste it. We just love copy pasting. Is active. User is active. So I hope the font is big enough. So I'm creating a new user rapidly. Abdallah, Ransom, email, test, email. So there is absolutely zero validation right now. Even the position is not tied down because we want to make it directly. Create user. Position must exist. Yeah, no worries. Position must exist. So what the heck? I think it's tied down to. I need to later on just to redo it. It's no problem. Oh, I think even to make things simpler, I could have just put it some text, and it would have been really easy. So I forgot a bit how to do it. But before I work on it a lot of time, and it's super easy actually if you take the time. So today my aim was actually just to get this working, and it's not really working as expected. So let's just try it again, but this time we are going to try one part at a time. Maybe I need some what is this? Some dependencies. I don't even know which version I have. Maybe I don't have the correct version. Which version do I have? Yeah, that's might be the case. And we search. So let's search for the navbar navigation. Navigation. Search by Algolia. Okay. I don't even see it. I don't even know if it is. Does it? Do we have something like that? Which version of? How do I know which version of Tailwind do I have? So no, I think Tailwind has been installed. Yeah. Okay. Package JSON. So yes. Tailwind 3, of course it won't work. So the difference in I have the latest version actually. So I don't even know how it works. I don't think it's going to work because I think this Tailwind UI is paid version. Let's just try it. Let's just try and copy something. We see if it works. Because you see there is some pricing in it. Of the code. I don't know, let's try it. Let's just put some time. Wow, there are so many things that I'm completely overwhelmed. Not overwhelmed, but I'm lost. We have 11 components. Let's just try this. Preview? No, we don't need any preview. But this can be, it's nice though. What I like with, how it's called? Yeah, so it's paid, but doesn't matter. We can get Tailwind CSS navigation. I mean, unless I want to go and create it by myself, this can be a lot of work. Flowbyte, I don't even know what Flowbyte is. We have launched. But let's learn together. Maybe there is some good thing in it. Let's just copy paste it. And how does it work? This seems like a lot of code. So yeah, it seems that doesn't work as expected. Okay, so maybe Tailwind is not the answer right now. So maybe I need to remove it and use So I don't know how to remove it. Let's think about it quickly. Oh, it's so complex. It does work, Tailwind, but I have no idea how to make it work. Oh, does it work? I think it does not work, but the font is different from the basic one. Maybe I need to develop it from scratch. Just thinking, because Bootstrap is way easier to start working on, so I can maybe just switch to Bootstrap. And okay, so how to, let's just quickly see. If I want to remove Tailwind, what do I do? The good thing is we have Turbo links, so maybe I will use Turbo for that later on. Turbo is a replacement for SPA, like Angular and React and so on and so forth. Okay, so active storage, action cable, packer, autoprefixer, TailwindCSS. Or maybe I need to run. I think it's good, but I need to run. Yes, because it uses post CSS. I think it's good actually. Just need nice. I think it's working. I just need to use. Wow, it's nice. This is very nice. I think I need to build it with. So let me just come here and pin Rails packer file. So wow, I'm actually of course this happens because I use Zash, but I actually install all my Yarn Node.js stuff on compiling. This is going to be an eternal struggle from what I see. So, how to remove? Doesn't matter. Maybe you can Rails. How to remove Tailwind CSS? Let's just replace Tailwind with Bootstrap. Do we have something like that? I don't even see. So I think we don't even need. We don't even have this. Application.html. Let me just try to copy this out. I don't even know how it works, to be honest. I thought Tailwind was already being loaded in the application, which maybe it does. Let's try, let's experiment Sprocket. Yeah, it doesn't work, so for sure. I don't even know what I'm doing. This is the whole I don't even know how to remove it. Or maybe I need to understand how it works first. But it seems going to be quite some work to get it working. Wow, it's so much work. So when I say rapid application development, let's just build it then. If this doesn't work, I will remove it. Let us just be a bit more patient with that. Okay, now for all let's just see if it works. Let's build it. Let's take some patience and build it. How do I do outline? Do we have something outline dashed? Where are we? I think the navbar. I think what I'm actually thinking is that Tailwind isn't even I think it's Tailwind is working, but it's not being refreshed because I've added this one background color, let's say, or sometimes so green. So we should have some, so like we see clearly clearly the Tailwind is not working, so that's the problem here. CSS, I can make it work, no problem, but the thing is that Tailwind is not. Take the flex responsive, take the whole screen and this one. Does this work? Don't even think it works. Let's see, and it's super slow as well. Just accept it, we don't care. Now we have to nav bar here. Let's remove this. Bar. We need to nav bar. So no, we are missing some stuff right now, I think. What the heck is this? So I need to figure out. So in another project I use. Another project actually used Tailwind, but it was with React, so it was straightforward and it just works. So right now I'm a bit confused why it's not working on Rails. I need to load it the application CSS, I think. Oh, it's lots of. So here I just added it by myself, but should work. In a second. Here this we are going to make Rails bin back get this backer this so let's struggle together webpacker this bin dot webpacker div server. Does this work? So I think it's not working. So yeah, now I understand better why it's not working. So we lose time, but we learn. Front end, what is happening in the front end? Post-CSS pairing Tailwind request post-CSS 8. So what is happening? Yo, bro, what is happening, bro? Package, it's so long. Yeah, but it's 8. Okay, it's no problem at all. We learn, we are here to learn. Copy this, explain this. No, I don't need to even explain this. No, this is the wrong answer. Okay, let's see the right answer. This is in 2 years ago. Where is the AI? Stack Overflow as an AI. Do you entertain the tool that will order version you can use? This is so many things. Okay, what is this? Template. All of that I already have. I've used boring generators for me because it's very long, like you can see. I like boring stuff. And then input my applications. Yes, obviously I don't have it here. I was thinking how to do it. So I'm actually not even sure how to do it here. Do I just click it here? I should have installed it for me actually. Let's see, does it work? It's going to be funny if this works. It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter at all. Okay, wow. How to okay, Tailwind CSS 2 Rails. I think I'm using Rails 6 and I think I'm using Rails 6, but the boring generators I use is sometimes you see that you want to use helpers that accelerate your work, but it actually doesn't do it. You lose far more time. So all of that, it's good. This could be interesting. Tailwind, yes, this one we just remove it because it's not useful. What is this? I click and copy it and wow, it's not even working. Tailwind config is here, right here. So we need to copy all of that content. But I don't know, I'm just copy pasting à l'aveuglette, like we say. Application.TailwindCSS. I don't think I even have this. So boring generator, what did you do for me? I think you actually made everything much harder. App asset style sheets. App asset style sheets. We have everything except the thing that we should have. Okay, now this happened, no worries. We are learning together, and ideally we want to have Tailwind is not whatever. Okay, no problem. Bin Dave. So if does it work? I don't think it's going to work. But that's just because Bin Dave. Let's see if we have Bin Dave here on dependencies. We don't have Bin Dave. It won't work. Sorry. Maybe I should install the command line, Tailwind command line utility. I don't know if there is. Or maybe I should. So if it doesn't work right now. I could have used this flag. I didn't use it. But this is 7 plus. My project is not 7 plus, but I can easily create a project in a file, of course. Makes sense. For me, I could have easily created a project from 7. Doesn't seem to work. Let's go back and let's just go back here. Is there some difference? In application CSS. Yeah, the same error actually. I need to go on that. Now, this doesn't work for us. We will just put it, just kill it. Yeah, so I was on that, but it doesn't work. Tailwind CSS. No problem at all. Let's just restart it. Build the let's just do it the old way. No problem. I'm just being Tailwind CSS. Restart the process right off the bat again. So maybe it will take the version into account that boring generators did not, but I'm not sure how it works. Let's see. We just need to run this as well. Wow, it's taking for cannot rehash being boom now. No worries. So we've created it again. Foreman. I wish it's better. Yes. Yes. I think it's going to work this time because when I installed it using a generator, it didn't work as expected. Tailwind CSS, we are having this. Let's try it now because it actually installed Foreman for us. Foreman not found. What? Explain this. Explain it to me, bro. Okay. Yeah, is it true? Error exact Foreman not found. This is very strange. I don't think I have Foreman. Foreman, how are you? OVM. Just install it. Can switch to. Let's just it's good. Let's just pin it. So Foreman. What's happening? Bundle. I think I don't have the correct version right now. Ruby free. 6. So what the heck? Can I install it? Don't even know what I'm doing right now. So without Foreman, well, that's going to be very complicated. Foreman is a tool that enables you to so I think I know what the issue is. Create a new one, bash, okay, let's just bin it, bin, Rails, nice, is not it. Okay, let's just see if it works right now. Foreman not fine. But I didn't just I do it right now. So it's very funny. Bash Foreman. So it didn't install finally. It's very weird. I don't think I can install a Foreman here. Let's try it. I'm not sure it's going to work because that's not the way to make it work, but we vendor is the same. I'm gonna install. So else doesn't matter if it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Is there not another strategy to make it work? What does this do? Okay, bin Dave. It does it for you actually. Profile Dave. I need to do it. So install it. I know it does it. Profile Dave. Profile. I'm not even seeing the profile. The Dave. Normally it is here. Okay, very good. So we need to do it. So Foreman enables you to. Strange that it's not working because previously I've always used Foreman. I need to run these two separately then. Or I can use something like. Okay, no problem. For binware server and binware tails watch. So I'm trying to just make it work. Right now it's very ugly, like you see. This is how we develop applications, super ugly, and yeah, you don't actually need Foreman here because Foreman, from my perspective, from what I know, is it's a tool that's used generally with Ruby, not necessarily with Ruby on Rails, particularly speaking. Okay, let's continue our adventure. So I'm not even sure what is happening next. Okay, we have to learn something more. Let's just test it like it said and remove this installation. Let's just put this on the. Let's close everything. It's too many editor. Index the dashboard one. Hello world. Does it work? Where is it? Yeah, I think it works. It looks a bit strange. Let's see the background color, background purple, 300, okay, it works. It's very ugly. But now the question is, why doesn't it work for our... So we did not, so the lesson here is that we did not give up. I didn't give up, and you should not. Whenever the path is difficult, we need to keep going and try to resolve the root cause. And just going, my first intuition, like you saw, was to just rush back to the use of Bootstrap, which is not bad, to be honest. But I want to try it a bit more, so let's just go back to the navbar. So like you can see, actually Rails has a steep learning curve because it is a full stack monolithic framework, and yeah, it's not that easy, to be honest, but it doesn't matter. So this is what we what am I doing right now? So it's not really working. You don't even see the stuff. You just put it back. Does this work? I don't think it's going to work, and that's because we have this. No, we don't have an element like that. Normally in a SPA application like React, you would create a component for it, but right now I'm just using basic HTML template. And what am I doing right now? We don't have time for this. I'm laughing just like a friend does. So Tailwind UI, no, not interested. This one looks a bit too complex. So we have a lot of ways to do that, but I wish we had an easier way. This is Tailwind 1, but does it work? Should Tailwind 1 work? It's actually a very good question. I don't know if it's compatible, I would say that. Let's try this like that. What the heck? We manage, I think, like I told you earlier. So it's very strange. Sometimes using Copilot has some very weird behavior. So yeah, it actually works. That is the previous version. So let's just modify this. We change the color later on. And so it's background teal, but what if we use background primary? Is it something like that? Background.primary. There should be something like that in my opinion, but doesn't matter, you look for it. And background bg.primary current secondary current. Let's see, what is this too? Yeah, it's ugly. It's not only ugly, but flex item justifying between P6. I think this P6 is the no. P6 is quite good. I think it's too much though. Let's before it. Okay, I'll just put it P6 for the moment, and we'll see later. So it's horrendous, the color, and we'll learn about that later for sure. Wow, it's too black. Okay, let's just get the menu. It's download, we don't need. We're just going to replace these texts like what we saw earlier. So I think we need to replace the whole thing here. Here we just need to do. So I'm not sure how it works, to be honest. Though I did work on it before. This is just, but with time it just seems to, okay, it works, but I think I'm just, okay, so I'm pasting something that shouldn't. Let's see what it's generating for us here. Inspect this element. Okay, like you see, it's actually rendering a whole so that's not the way to do it. Should be doing putting the link here, but how do you use the class? I've forgotten. Class, that is giving me class. Class here. Accept should work, yeah. Okay, so I've just forgotten a bit the syntax. Wow, I need to copy all of that. And let's just place it here. So does it work? Yeah, it's too good, so I can just remove it. And eventually to do the same thing for the rest. So let me just save some space here and this as well. It's giving me a bit too much noise. So this is something you can actually loop. You can just loop. You have a list of an array, and you can just loop and because it's the same thing. Try to do it in a moment. I'm just thinking, just taking a break, like stretching break. Okay, so just copy paste it. Don't even need those. like now, and I will replace the home here by root path. So sometimes the it's very weird is particularly that you get from how to that from, let's move it from Visual Studio. So for me, to be honest, so we have this space here. Why we have this space here? It's like the entire thing is application CSS. This is just the background color, so I will even see how to remove it later. For me it seems like Tailwind can be quite steep curve, not steep, but it does require some way. Very weird, but how do we see what's happening right now? Why do we have this HTML weird stuff? Download. Don't need download right now, just put it login or logout. Okay, this we actually have some item center. Let's see. No, it's not this because obviously, definitely, it's impacting everything. Do we have a reset in it? I don't think we have a reset actually. Generate CSS reset. So maybe that's the case, but let's just use this tool to do it for us. If it's the no refine your input, no, useless sometimes. But let's just try to understand why it's not working as expected. So yeah, transforms. Okay, how to add a reset CSS to Rails 6? We don't have a reset actually. Require 3. Do we have a reset in it? I don't even know if we have a reset. No, I don't even know what I'm doing. But this is because there are so many ways to do the same thing. Rails add a reset CSS. I don't know. Let's see how it does this. Normally you just pure CSS reset. Then how do you use it? So you just Rails, and how do you use it? Where's documentation? Oh, this is very good reset. Okay, and let's just add this. I hope it works, because otherwise probably you cannot even bundle. Install it for me, bro. I just need to add this after. Require pure. Let's see. So does it add it for us? No, and it won't change any file for us unless we use some generators. Application CSS. Let's just put it here. I don't really know what to do, but this is how we do usually stuff. I don't know if it's going to work. Wow. What's happening? I'm just saving it and it's... I can actually save it. Profit. Oh, I hope it works. So... I don't have it actually. No, it's not working. That's why there is nothing that has been generated, or does it actually generate it? Oh, this sounds like a lot of work. This is web development for you. I'm thinking to maybe one day just learn mobile development Rails, how to install German reset CSS. So if it does not work, I'm just going to copy reset CSS. Let's think. We need to think about it. Where do I add all of that? Not even know. You can use Sasslam. Yeah, I'm using Sass actually. But if I'm using Sass, this should be a Sass as well. Sometimes I'm a bit surprised about how there's some incongruency, so I need to add this. I thought, doesn't Tailwind do that for us? Okay, no problem. Set CSS. Major web, reset CSS. Give me this reset CSS, bro. Just give me this reset CSS. Reset. Yes, wow. Front-end is so much work. Okay, now how do I add it? I need to add it to the application CSS. I think it should work. Let's see. No, but it did say to require it at some point here. Let's require it here. Require tree, so it should work without that required tree. Let's see. Let's just see how it works. Let's see our beautiful website. So it doesn't work. I don't think it works. It's no problem. Maybe right now I just copy paste it completely. And yeah, this is very ugly. But I don't think we have any other. Yeah, it's very ugly. So ugly that even our font is. I need to understand how to add it first, because what's happening, it is overriding our font as well. Maybe we don't need to add everything, but yeah. Let's see. Reset does not work here. But where does it work? Forgotten about this completely. Place all the style related to dashboard controller here. And how it works. How does this work? So we have Tailwind working here. We have link. Media all. So it seems that Tailwind uses the inter font. No problem, there are so many ways to do that. Let's tackle it another way. Delete. Okay, let's learn how to do that. CDN, reset CSS. There should be something like that. Okay, hopefully it works. But I don't know which part do you put it first. It doesn't copy. URL. Oh no, PHTML. Yes, brilliant. It's Pocket. Gonna file reset refile. I thought I removed it. Oh yes. So let's just. It didn't work, but is it cached from my side? So I'm not sure. Reset is not resetting the thing. Should I put it at the end? Yeah, it's resetting. So maybe it's Tailwind that is doing this right now. Yeah. So maybe it's actually Tailwind that's doing this I need to go deep in the code to understand that, so maybe that's not, I don't have enough time to do it. It's almost 1 hour that I'm really coding. Wow, I can code a lot of time, but sometimes you have this kind of UI bug and it's so hard. So let me introduce to you to another interesting tool that will enable me to debug it clearer, easier as well. Okay, pesticide, come here, just enable pesticide, bro, just enable pesticide, voila. Okay, so what's happening? Why do we have your HTML process ID? My question now is that why do we have a blank space here? It's so weird. Maybe that's how we do it in Tailwind. Let me look at it. No, it should be at least the menu should. It's not Tailwind right now. From my perspective, there's something going on. I'm not sure which scaffold. Oh, there's some weird noise outside going on. So maybe this is what's going on. Margin. Let me just try to delete that. Let's see. Copilot, no. We don't need any copilot. So indeed it was this. Wow, it took me forever to understand this because I actually didn't even come here to check scaffold. It is very strange. Why did I do that? Okay, I'm just studying. Okay, it's good. Now we do need to put a container on the, where is the application here? So here we just put it in a div. Oops. Yes. We use limit, so div. So it was good actually, like it did for me. This. So sometimes it can be good. So it will complete it for me. But then I will just use this and the layout as well. The layout we will put it yeah, the same, but we won't be using error right now. Div flash. But I don't think we need this. It's just suggested it to me, so this can be a good thing. This can be quite creative, please refine, but yeah, of course we don't need it right now. Oh, it's very ugly, but not really. So we need some space as well. So what is space? Padding, margin top. Let's put 2. Okay, it's not that good. Maybe 4. Or is it my screen or my eyes? So maybe we change it. So it's not bad. On IS, we are going to be taking the. So it was a scaffold CSS that took some time, but it's normal because one is that CSS front end usually take a lot of time. That's why nowadays we have complete dedicated front end posts. This is just going to do this. And then, of course, I'm learning and using Tailwind CSS at the same time. So I have a lot of close all editors just coming here to the Tailwind. So what I want to learn at the same time is how to use how to put a color theme in it. Wow, so much code, so many things that I don't have any idea is happening. But this has been generated for me using the boring generator. So maybe it is a good thing or not. Let's continue to build this project. Hopefully I have so what I will be doing obviously for the upcoming days is to spend like a couple of hours per week to continue building it, and I won't be showcasing everything obviously because sometimes during my lunch breaks 10-15 minutes I will just move on to the next action that I explained at first. So I will just be moving on to the next action, and then it might be something that just take 10 minutes. So today it took a lot of time, but it doesn't matter. We will improve on that. We are learning. I'm learning Tailwind at the same time. So I know a little bit, like you can say, but I don't know the advanced one, the how the pros do it, a lot of stuff. But I do want to change this. So first, though, let's just create another like this. Git status. Wow, I have a lot of things to. So maybe I'm going to install Foreman later on. It's very easy to install. Right now maybe it's not installing for whatever reason, but I've always used Foreman before. Git add this and git status. So we've added everything. Maybe a small diff won't work because I've staged everything. Git commit, so adding Tailwind support, making Tailwind work. CSS work and compile, especially it's very important to know that. Git push. So maybe I could create it another branch, and so let's say I would have reverted back. I would have removed Tailwind and added Bootstrap. I could have done it in another branch and then continue with that. So git branch, I think is very, very effective. So this is our good all stuff. We have a lot of improvement to do right now. So I can. So it's not saving because I think I need to figure out the positions on the model, user model. So just user. The model belongs to position. So it's not actually not that like that. Shouldn't be like that. It should be the reverse. Just let me just change it position. So it's not belongs to it. House main. House main. House 1. Is it good? House 1. So it's a bit of a lazy unit chat. Yeah, it has one. So it's good. Just works. Okay. So just belongs to user. There's a typo here. So that one thing I don't find particularly interesting or attractive with vestigial code is that it doesn't tell you that it's not working right now if you use RubyMine, which I will be reverting back. Course belongs to. It doesn't tell you, so if you go here, it will cancel. It won't tell you that. Okay, now dollar. So obviously we'll make it. This should be. This should give me the list actually. User, let's say foreign key constraint failed. So SQL free. We are using SQL free. So no problem at all. We just need to generate this. Just git status. It's good for the next portion. It's for the next the next action. For the next action. Wow, sometimes when I code, I have some difficulty articulating well or pronunciating things well, but it doesn't matter. We fix this one. Just git status. Okay, git at all. Git commit, exchange relation. Okay, very good. Git push. Alright, so this needs to become, maybe I need to design it well. Let's see if we have something. I don't think on this one we are going to have it. Navigation, let's say. Button flexbox grid. So this is a good tongue twister. This is some good utilities right now. Why are you going to Tailwind UI each time? I need to pay for that. Okay, let's just go on the user in the HTML. New edit show index here. So table class. So responsive. I hope it takes into consideration for Tailwind. Does this work? I'm not sure. So wow, I am not sure it's going to work. I need to go and look for it. It's not even a table right now. Next to BG array text color. It's not color, fault to color. Great, it's normal gray, green. I don't want to do this. Let's see if it works. MX goes on the so we are running class. Now we don't it's very ugly. Okay, so we continue later on. It's going to take some work. So yes, I shall continue with this project. Might literally take belongs to undefined method belongs to. Wow, so it's actually undefined. It's not undefined actually. My friend is just died. I made a mistake here. I understand how it works like that. Okay, it's all good. So do I have to do any migration or anything? No, because right now the relationship part, the foreign key aspect is being generated, it's being managed by Rails, so I don't actually need to do anything else. Okay, it's good. It's going to take forever, not forever, but it's going to take some time.